Howdy folks, it's Nito with AP 2020 Outdoors. Boy, I've been wanting to do this test for a while. I'm going to be testing 3 loads from the Lehigh Defense line of bullets from my 9mm from my PCC. Before I get into the specific loads, we'll just go over the PCC real quickly. All the products from Odin Works are the Zulu stock, the 15.5-inch K-Mod rail, 16.1-inch Odin Works stainless steel 9mm barrel. Got the Gen 3 XGMR mag release. Items specific to the JP Enterprises, strictly internals. I've got their JP 9mm bolt. In conjunction with their JP Enterprises 9mm bolt is a silent captured spring. Tell you what, those 2 items have gone a long way in getting the reliability of this weapon system up. I just picked up a Strike Industries Fang trigger guard. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, I've got the Magpul MOE grip. I actually did a stipple job on it with my Oregon Trail Defense kit. I love the stipple job. Not too rough, but it gives awesome purchase. Internally, I have the JP Enterprises Easy Trigger. Awesome trigger system used with their springs. Also, they also provided a safety. Another addition I just picked up is the Magpul Industries Bad Lever. It's an awesome external bolt release. Up front, I've got the Call Valley Linear Precision Comp. Awesome comp, the XL series. Cannot forget the Odin Works charging handle. And of course up top, I've got the optics, the Vortex Optics Strike Eagle 1:6 by 24 30mm main body with the Vortex Optics cantilevered scope mount integral with the rings. All loads utilize the Hodgdon powder CFE pistol. One thing I have to preface this entire test is that initially I started using the Lehigh Defense load data on their website, and they typically specify cartridge overall length for 9mm pistols. One thing I had discovered in my PCC, because of the barrel design, there's no ramp per se like a 9mm pistol, and I had issues with feeding. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I ended up looking up the max COL for 9mm is typically 1.169 inches COL, cartridge overall length, and that was a standard that I used to do this development. I actually dropped it down to 1.165. 90 grain extreme defense. And then the last load is actually 2 different loads with the same bullet. It is a Lehigh Defense 125 grain extreme defense. I developed both a subsonic and a supersonic load. All velocities, I'll be taking just 5 shots for the test. I'm using the Caldwell Precision G2 Precision Chronograph. One thing that I'm very impressed with the chronograph is the upside down technology, which I have coined. Typically, on a typical convention chronograph, the sensors are pointed upward. And the issue with upward pointing, quote, conventional chronographs is that they are very susceptible to external light sources and other foreign sources that can misinterpret the actual readings. One thing that Caldwell has done is that they've turned the technology upside down to where the sensors are actually pointing straight down. And I haven't been able to test it up against, like, let's say an Oler 35P, I think, with the 3 screens, but I'm very confident that the chronograph readings are very consistent and very accurate. So I'm going to switch off. I'm going to have just the big camera pointing at my smartphone app, recording all the velocities. Here we go. Okay, first up to bat is the Lehigh Defense 90 grain Extreme Defense Supers. A true muzzle velocity of 1,583 feet per second. Okay, next up to bat is the Lehigh Defense 125 grain Extreme Defense Subsonics. Alright, so I had one failure to fire. but I'm showing a true muzzle velocity of 961 feet per second. Alright, the last group is the Lehigh Defense 125 grain XD Supersonic. Alright, so I'm showing a true muzzle velocity of 1,248 feet per second. Alright folks, all in all, I'm very impressed with the results. The Lehigh Defense 90 grain Extreme Defense Supers showed a true muzzle velocity of 1,583 feet per second. I mean, I'm looking at muzzle energies, you know, in the high 470s foot-pounds of kinetic energy. I'm sure those would definitely take down a wild boar. If we look at some of the other groups, on the Lehigh Defense 125 grain Extreme Defense Subsonics, I had a true muzzle velocity of 961 feet per second. I'm sure running that load suppressed, that's going to be an awesome load as well. Actually, I'm going to try to hunt coyotes with it this fall and winter time in Ohio. And then the last group was the Lehigh Defense 125 grain Extreme Defense Supersonics. I showed a true muzzle velocity of 1,248 feet per second. Muzzle energies are in the, let's say, 420 to 425 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. A little something on the true muzzle velocity on the Caldwell app. One thing nice that it actually accounts for the distance from your muzzle to the chronograph screen. Alright folks, it's Nito with AP 2020 Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed this little video I did this morning. Very excited about this new PCC build. Awesome little rifle. I'm going to be hunting coyotes and hogs in the future with it. Remember, support our Second Amendment right. Oh, one thing, I was watching a video that Eric and Chad from Iraq Veteran 8888 produced, and the Hearing Protection Act / Shush Act has passed committee. So you all need to reach out to your local state representatives. I'll put the link in the video description below. Call them up, email, fax, smoke signals, whatever it takes. We got to get this law passed to get the suppressor, silencers, cans off as an NFA item. We'll see y'all later.